Now let's talk about it. The Mist, one of the best horror movies I've watched. I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely saddening ending, heartbreaking. But it's an amazing movie. It's awesome. And honestly, like the taste of lead. Okay, now, all right. I gotta say, like The Mist, awesome movie. TV show, not so much, but movie, absolutely awesome. Ending, heart crushing. Monsters, very gory, very ugly. I'm not gonna lie, very ugly, detestable beings. And I just gotta say, honestly, the flies from the crab-looking ones to the Cthulhu giant, like elephant-looking guy in the ending, like it's downright batshit insane, man. I tell you that. It's voy a decir eso exactamente. Like, I'm saying that. It's like, it's crazy. And it's fucking depressing. It is. Which is why I'm going to be seeing this recommended to you by you all. Nostalgic Critic, The Mist. I just got to check. How old is this? 2 years. Oh, 2 years. This is actually not that far back. All right. Usually the last ones are like 14 years old. All right, let's go.
Grand Rapids Comic-Con, November 11th to the 13th. Hope to see you there.
What is this Scooby-Doo ass intro? I love this. I love this actually. I fucking love this. I actually really like this. Wow, this is really good. This is actually peak. Wow, that was hooray! I love that. I love that. Yay! Good intro, based intro. Invincible Comics, nice.
Hey, what you doing?
I'm just chilling.
You're not doing anything that's tied into the movie we're reviewing today?
I guess not.
Oh, well, good luck with that.
Thanks.
It's a pretty cool intro. It's an amazing intro. Oh, who are
What you
you?
up to?
Oh, just not existing until one of these videos started.
Keep it up.
Sure.
Is he gonna disappear? Oh, what?
Huh. Maybe it's just gonna be a normal day.
I don't say that. That's
Maybe
how
it's
you...
just gonna be a normal day.
Oh, you want something to change. Okay.
Maybe it is just gonna be a normal day. Oh gee, I wonder what this is. Let me go
Okay.
check with the group. Okay, what are we doing?
I feel so strange.
Like something's invading my brain.
What the hell is that?
Alien? Yeah, alien.
Critic, can I speak to you over here for a second? What? Critic, we can't tell anyone what we just saw.
What? Why?
It might upset them.
What?
It should upset them. There's something in the studio.
Yeah.
What's that? Sound like a roar or something.
Yeah, that's what you want us to hear.
What?
How do we know that's not what you want us to think it sounded like?
I'm sorry, but has anyone found Jesus yet?
Has anybody
Hell,
found
I'm checking out
Jesus
the kid.
yet?
Let me know if you
What?
found Jesus there.
What? What? What did Jesus gotta do with anything?
Really the best effect we have?
I don't know, but keep it under wraps.
I'll probably do better.
Malcolm, Tamara, come over here. It's a monster tail or something.
Oh, you'd like for us to believe that, wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's probably Jesus' tail.
No, it's
What?
not Jesus' tail. Just take a look.
Why would we follow you?
Because it's literally one step.
Oh, your YouTuber mind would have us believe that.
What does
What?
that have to do with taking one step?
Jesus only took one step.
Don't
Huh?
think that's right. Here, let me just bring the tail to you.
No, Critic, don't do it.
Why? It's right there.
You'd be just too much.
What is wrong with
What's up
people?
everybody? Oh, wait, I know what this is. Everybody's a cutout, no one's making any sense, there's no trust anywhere. We're being invaded by the commentary.
The commentary? What? I'm confused.
What's that supposed to mean?
None of you are gonna make any sense because the commentary has taken you over. You're not gonna make any logical steps because you're just pawns for somebody to hammer their message in with.
Oh, you mean like you YouTubers seem to?
Yes, but when we do it, it's intentionally funny.
Jesus was intentionally funny.
Name one joke Jesus told.
You?
Damn. Whoa.
There's nothing over there.
Oh.
Oh,
there's
you
something
would
over there.
have us
Check it
believe
out.
that.
Jesus.
I'm gonna take there's something
I
here.
bet it's him.
Oh, I guess it's also Stephen King time.
I fucking love that. Was a funny intro. The commentary. The commentary is here.
Recently, talking about good works and even works that technically weren't his and honestly could have used his help. But you know what I missed? Shitting on King properties everyone seems to love.
What?
The
Really?
Mist sounds good.
What? No, come on. The Mist is great. Don't shit on it.
Released in 2007 and written and directed by King favorite Frank Darabont, The Mist was a pretty big box office disappointment, and at the time, the few people I knew who saw it really didn't like it.
What?
Based on Stephen King's novella, I guess I stayed away from this film based
I
on all
loved
the
it.
press it got over the years, but its fan base has been growing and more people are saying it's actually pretty good.
It is
I
good.
finally watched it for Nostalgia-ween, and yeah, I think you were right the first time. This film kind of sucks.
What?
Okay, admittedly, I've seen far worse horror films, but this is a case of a story clearly taking a lot from other stories and not doing them any better.
What? No,
It
why are
wants
we
to prove
hating
the
on
same
this?
point as Lord of the Flies, The Treasure of Sierra Madre, and several Twilight Zones, with creature ideas from The Fog, Alien, and several bug films, but it doesn't know how to do any of them nearly as good. Like I said, I know this film has gotten a following, and good for it, I guess. I'm sure a lot of people
I
worked
love
hard
the
on it to
film.
leave an
What
impact.
are we
But
hating
for
on
me,
it?
It teeter-totters between tonally inconsistent, unintentionally hilarious, yet somehow aggressively dull. And yes, I realize that would make for a very odd teeter-totter, but you get my drift. I'm not saying you have to dislike it like me, I just want to explain why there are some people out there that just don't think it worked.
I have one thing to say to you, Critic.
Is it Jesus?
Jesus.
Jesus. All right, thank you, woman.
And yeah, why the in-your-face commentary might play a part in that too. Let's take a look at The Mist.
I guess there is tones like that.
Credits roll, and oh, you think you're gonna win me over with the main character being Drew Struzan? Well, you came pretty close. Drew Struzan is arguably the best movie poster artist who ever lived, and it's pretty cool the main character, David, played by Thomas Jane, they show him painting his works. The only downside for such an interesting job, it plays into nothing. I thought maybe he was gonna draw pictures for his kid to help him get through all this, or paintings of the people who died. I don't know, something. It's referenced once in a really forced conflict, but we'll get to that in a minute. Just a random talent that never comes back. It's like the Ninja Turtles learning martial arts and then they just shoot people. Why introduce interesting things if you're not gonna do anything interesting with them?
The tree.
Looks great. Little full, a lot of sap.
A massive storm destroys the outside and inside of David's home, who lives quietly in Christ King. There's a whole world out there! To be fair, that's what Hollywood does with a lot of Struzan's work.
I guess. I don't know. This is way deeper commentary than I signed up for.
Whoa!
Well, you just met the most interesting person in the movie. I'm not even kidding. Almost all character development in this essential amount of time before the monster arrives can be summed up in one word. Chores.
Get some plastic sheeting and duct tape and seal this up.
Just think we should trade insurance info.
I'll find my insurance guy's number. I'll bring it by
Get him
later.
dressed. I'll take him to town.
You guys get the goodies. I'll wait in
I'm gonna try.
Hey, wait a minute.
Go check the pharmacy.
I don't
Once you
remember.
get your stuff. I'll
Wait, is that?
Three men meet me back at the Jeep in 5
Steph
minutes.
and I want a date night. Babysit? Steph on a payphone.
I gotta go check the
Wait a minute. I gotta check something.
Chores.
I gotta
some
check
plastic
something.
sheeting and duct tape and seal this up.
Just think we should trade insurance info.
I'll find my insurance guy's number. I'll bring
I love him. I know him. He's from the Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I love this guy. Great actor.
by later.
Rip to him, honestly. I loved his jokes and everything.
I'll
Yeah.
take him to town.
You guys
This is the guy that voiced. This is Starkiller. I think that's Starkiller. I think that's the guy that voiced Darth Maul. I think that's him. Please be him. Oh my god, it'd be great if it's him. I don't know how I didn't notice something. Yes, I haven't watched the movies in like 5 years. Okay, I will admit that. But as far as I remember it, it was a great movie experience. Okay, I think that's him. I think his name is Sam Witwer. I love that actor. Wish they did more with him. Man, I'm seeing a bunch of. It is him. It is. I knew it. I fucking knew it. I fucking love that actor.
get goodies. I'll wait in
I'm gonna try Steph on a
I
payphone.
gotta go check the pharmacy.
Why don't you get your stuff? I'll meet you at the checkout.
Three men meet me back at the Jeep in 5
Steph
minutes.
and I
Or
want a
our
date
go.
night.
That's what I'm saying. Our go.
Pressure gauge, no safety valve. Rated for 160 every night.
And yeah, I know it's not who you are underneath, it's what you do that defines you, but if Batman spent a whole movie just fixing his car and cleaning up bat shit, you wouldn't find him interesting either.
Daddy, look.
There are a few scenes building up the danger that's coming, but plot exposition's a chore too.
Missile defense research, I'm sure you've heard the stories.
The Arrowhead Project? They have a crashed flying saucer up there with frozen alien bodies.
Right. That's absurd, unless it's Tommy knockers. Then it's really absurd.
That is really absurd, yeah.
Maybe the film's just trying to be really subtle with this character setup. Like, take a guess who the villain is.
With lines like these, I don't know how good it is, but I guess we'll have to make do.
That's right, Dr. Zola, you Hydra bastard!
Oh, right. I forgot about him. He's the good shot
The
guy.
actors are all fine, and sometimes there's a hint of a character moment.
Are you and Mr. Norton gonna be friends now, Daddy? Guess you're not mad at each other anymore.
But not enough for them to be memorable or root
Yes,
for them.
it is him. I just had to fucking look at it again.
Friends now, Daddy. Guess you're not mad at each other anymore.
But not enough for them to be memorable
Yes, it is him. Oh my god, I love this actor.
or root for them when the trouble starts. Which, by the way, is not even 12 minutes into the film. Yeah, I feel like I know everybody by this point. Let's introduce the threat.
Shut the doors! Shut the doors, Micah!
Hey, nobody take my spot. I have ice cream, it's gonna melt. God is finally using his can of Raid on the Earth. Funny enough, only the insects survive.
It's death.
No William Sadler scenes come later. Everybody's trapped inside as the place shakes and
Yeah.
the people outdoors scream in pain.
I can't just stay here.
If I remember right. Oh, so her, I forgot who she is, but I've seen her a lot in movies, and she's great. I was gonna say aliens, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know. I wasn't thinking about aliens. What am I thinking about? I know you. I've seen you. I don't remember where you're from. Anyways, I was gonna say, right, if I remember right, the mist is like an interdimensional portal that they opened at the military base that creeped out, basically expanded into the area, into this other world that is that, that world. And once the mist closes, it's pretty much pulling everything back into it, right? If I remember right, that is pretty much the premise of the whole movie and what's happening and why these creatures are here.
Here, I have to get home to my kids.
That might not be the best, Carol. When Darabont teams you up with kids, it doesn't end well. So here's one of the problems. There's very
Walking Dead. That's what I'm thinking about. Walking Dead. That is who I'm thinking about. That was what I was thinking about.
little music in this, which isn't bad. Several films utilize that great, but when your characters aren't set up and you're just thrown into the danger 11 minutes in, every dramatic scene looks like the nominees for Best Supporting Actress are Melissa McBride, The Mist.
I can't stay here. Wanda's looking after little Victor. She's only 8. I told them I'd only be gone a few minutes.
Yeah, I don't know anything about this woman. I'm already expected to applaud at her Oscar moment. Now, it looks like we won't learn anything about her either as she walks into the mist and never returns. The only other two characters I kinda like in this outside of the kid is Frances Sternhagen as Irene and Jeffrey DeMunn as Dan. Not because they're written especially well, but because they work within the clunky character exposition and surprisingly make it sound natural. All she does here is say who everybody is and what they do, like their dads in Kindergarten Cop. But I'll be damned if she doesn't make it sound natural and memorable.
Amanda Dumtree teaches 3rd grade. She's wonderful. The kids love her. David's an artist. He does movie posters and such.
Even with her acting, I can't pretend I'm not distracted by the background saying, Randall Weems makes cake?
I didn't even notice that.
2 seconds, big Bill. Come on, get your blanket. Mrs. Repler's here.
The hell's with the shaky zooming cam all of a sudden?
It went from...
I guess this is trying to look more realistic and gritty like a found footage movie. Only 20 minutes in, yeah, almost all of this is shot cinematically. A lot of them composed very nicely, honestly, but half the shots go Blair Witch Handycam from here on out.
Let me look at you.
I don't mind it. I'm biased, yes.
Aw, you're so cute I could just shoot you.
What is that joke? You monster! You monster! Ah, no! No! Oh no! You're so cute, I could just shoot you. You monster! Chad, that was a bad joke. It was a great joke, but still, I wish I came up on it on my own.
David goes looking for blankets in the back, and oh, the prophecy of home improvement warned thee. He sees something violently.
Honestly, this guy is kind of just looking for stuff to critique. But his name is Nostalgia Critic, so I came in here, why would I expect anything different, right? Still, chat, I talked about how much I love this movie, and the first thing you guys send me is a video critiquing it? Come on now. Come on now.
Tries to break open the back door and decides to tell the others. Oh, not that something gigantic was trying to get in, but rather he heard a sound.
Nobody else heard that sound? Well, like whatever made that noise, I heard it. But look, I heard it, okay?
I'm not convinced that you heard anything.
Weird noise.
I mean, we're not hearing anything now, right? Anybody?
Okay, so here's an example of it's obvious what they're trying to do, they're just not doing it well. They want to create distrust among these people so we can see it build over time. I get that, but they're sacrificing any logic a rational person would have for it. Just say there's something that shook the door and tried to get in, but no, he keeps saying he just heard something.
I know, you're a big shot artist with connections in New York and Hollywood and all like that, but that don't make you better than anybody else.
What does that have to do with anything?
Where'd all that come from? Didn't these guys just meet? Like, he was clarifying their names a second ago.
Jim, right? Myron?
But suddenly this guy acts like he has a random long-running beef.
You're a big shot artist with connections in New York.
Nah, maybe he's just
I know you big shot artists claim to hear things.
Yeah, maybe he's just a stuck-up bitch. You know, it doesn't mean just they have beef.
Things better than us. Is that right? What?
Nor do I like being talked down to or called stupid by a guy who went to college just because he's got the jitters.
Oh, maybe that's why they worked in him being an artist. Could've literally.
Listen, it seems like to be agreeing with him now. I could not like certain lines. I still love the movie. It's one of my favorites. Like I doesn't matter. I agree. I could agree with his points, but I could still say I love it either way. You know, it's.
Had any big shot job there, but make him an artist. There's so many visually pleasing ways this visual medium is not gonna take advantage of that.
Ready, kid?
Let's rock.
The innocent
to go outside
kid.
and fix something, but a monster attacks.
Yeah, there his leg's gonna bust. Yep.
So, people were afraid of this, huh? Ivan Ooze's CG dicks got people shaking in their sheets, huh? I mean, aside from Ivan himself.
Yeah, it's so cool.
Would puppet tentacles that were actually there really cost that much more? They don't all have to look like this, guys. Please, I don't want to be in Monsters Unleashed.
Hey.
Just because you're a big shot artist doesn't mean you heard it. Oh, shut up!
I like it. I enjoy it enough. Okay, I'm not gonna pick on the
know what the threat is. Wouldn't that be helpful? There's military guys there, for shit's sake. It'd be good if they...
Yes, it is him.
Well, got a
Oh,
piece
bro.
of it there. Just go ahead and show him. In fact, I'm gonna edit this scene to show how it should have gone down.
Come back to the loading dock, okay?
I smell food now. That's good. that is good. That is good. I smell food, and that is good.
I'll show you.
Boom, just a few seconds. But that won't contribute to the commentary of distrust, so we waste an entire 8 minutes just talking about showing this damn thing to them. Should we show them? No, nobody's gonna ask where one of the staff members went. Okay, let's bring them a piece.
Yeah.
No, you have to come back to the storage room to see it.
But I think Transformers had bigger funding, no? I feel like Transformers had bigger funding.
I'll go back to the storage room. That's like a 30-second walk. I swear to God, there's 8 minutes of this.
I'm sorry, I'm just not that stupid.
I'll show you.
No.
What reason could we possibly have?
Oh, please!
Look, I'm gonna be taking down names, starting with you.
This is payback for the lawsuit that I filed against them.
Go look.
Pile of shit. Do you want me to report you? You want to lose your job?
Are you listening? Hello? Can anybody hear me?
But you see, neighbor turned against neighbor. My God, this could be us. If we were really anti-walking for some reason, this could be us. When they finally do go to the back room, they see the arm melt away and realize he's telling the truth.
It appears we may have a problem of some magnitude here.
Our screenwriter really blows.
Let me preach your word. Let me shine your light.
No, you know what?
Marcia Gay Hart.
You know what? I actually like her in the movie because somebody would be doing that. I ain't gonna lie. I've been in enough situations where somebody would be like this, all right? And I had it happen. I'm not gonna talk about why, where, but yeah. Some people do be like that. Just they start preaching. I'm like, bro, people are dying. What are you focusing on?
Arden, the mist.
Some can be saved, can't they? Yes, some can be brought.
Guess what her role is? The crazy religious nut. Yep, Maine, rednecks, monsters, alcoholics, religious extremists who double as bullies. You don't even need to play the Stephen King drinking game with this one. Just down a bottle of red rum and it'll even out.
Well, if you need a friend, don't you condescend to me. I have a friend.
God up above.
Immaculate shit. The Scarecrow isn't as much a straw man as this character. I am not
no
even
idea
kidding
who
when
that
I
is.
say every time they cut to her, all she is doing is quoting religious extremism. And you guessed it, they cut to her a lot.
From the glory of God.
He is a stern and vengeful God.
And bring the fiends of hell down on our heads.
I've seen that. I've seen this happen.
We are being punished.
He points the finger.
The fiends of hell, you see, they are let loose.
Get off the stage.
She's pretty much Mr. Freeze if you replace the ice puns with Bible.
The thing is, I've grown enough around this that this doesn't seem crazy to me. This seems like, yeah, there would be somebody that would do that. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been around it enough to know that would be something that happens.
Quotes. She is the worst combination of annoying and boring. She never says anything interesting, and she says it in the most obnoxious way.
Yeah, that's
Just
how
put
they
this graphic
talk.
at the bottom of her, and you'll have the complete package.
Do you happen to have a gun in the store?
Here? No, please.
What do you think this is, a school?
My husband's idea. He's away on business a lot.
Okay,
A grocery
all right.
store
That was a bit of a
constitutional carry Maine, and only
that was a little bit of a low blow joke.
one person has a gun.
Got a shotgun in my truck.
Red pickup, right?
The shells are in the glove compartment.
Now I believe we're in Maine again. The neighbor and a few others venture out into the mist, and the biker ties a rope around him to see how far they can get.
Hey, crazy lady. I believe in God, too. I just don't think he's the bloodthirsty asshole you make him out to be.
That's King's way of saying, hey, I wrote The Stand. That earned me like 10 more stories where I can focus on religious nuts. We get what should have been a suspenseful scene if we weren't already shown Ursula's STD, so it's not exactly the scariest mystery of what's out there. On the plus side, if
we haven't
want a
seen it,
makeshift
though.
production of Onward, I can pull that off now.
Now do you believe?
Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
What, crazy people, religious people always exist. That's what I'm saying, chat. I'm not surprised. This is pretty normal. This is something I would imagine a situation like this. At least there would be one religious nut in a building. They usually just die though.
God.
That works too. Jesus,
Man,
Jesus.
don't you just hate her?
Yes. Yes, I do.
That means we understand drama.
No, it doesn't. It just means you made me hate someone that's annoyingly easy to hate.
But doesn't she just get on your nerves?
Yes!
Well, that's complexity.
Complexity would be if I liked and hated her. Would you shut the hell up?
Jesus.
Well, our work here is done.
Our commentary is just too intense for him.
Line?
Jesus.
Ah, that's right. Jesus.
Why is this entertaining?
Especially in a
Do you find
situation
Why
like
is
this.
entertaining?
I mean, there's constantly situations out there, right, where something happens in the world, and there's always some people in the comment section saying, "It's the rapture, it's God, it's the repent now," and I'm like, bruh. It's like, bruh, like, please stop. Like, please stop. You're giving religious people a bad name, please. They're just screaming in comment sections and everything. So I say it all the time, which is why I'm like, I'm not surprised. This is really in character. This is really in not character, but in that situation, this is very like something that I'm not surprised. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy religious people here in the Florida like this. Repent or be sent to hell. Pretty much. Yeah, I've heard that. None of it sounds like the message of a loving God. That's all I'm gonna say.
Playing Kingdom Hearts and Birth by Sleep every Friday on Twitch. We also have new content 6 days a week. Hope to see you there.
AIDS are real doesn't make it entertaining. True. I find it entertaining though, because if I really hate a character, I'd love to see them die. You know, like, hey, there's a lot of characters that I absolutely hate, and I love to see them die. Or I love evil characters sometimes. I mean, why do you think I made my hair this color? It's to go off a psychopath from Alien stage. Like, I really like certain characters that just are evil and don't give a fuck and stuff like that. You know, I fuck with it.
So as everybody catches their breath after the attack, the movie is kind enough to ask, who the hell are these two?
I thought I'd come in and say hi.
We love you, Sam Whitwer. I could never hate you.
Military guys, and the girl asked to babysit. They each got maybe 2 lines earlier. It's nice that 55 minutes in, they finally start a romance between them.
How come you never asked me out?
I'm stupid, I guess.
Yeah, A little late to set him up, don't you think? What's even the point? Oh, this is to make us feel bad when she dies literally 6 minutes later. Yeah, that's brilliant. Remember when Psycho opened up with Janet Leigh saying, and then got stabbed immediately after? I was so shocked they did that after all the investment I had in her story. Speaking of keeping you invested, get a load of these effects. Aren't I supposed to hold up my phone to capture that? Oh, don't worry. They get better.
What? I mean, they look like CGI, but like for a 2007 movie, I don't mind it. I don't. From this area, nothing looks that look like that great. Me personally, I don't. I like cheesy slashers and shit. You know, they don't have to look amazing.
Now we're in a Flintstones cartoon. Yeah, listen to that dramatic music. That's so much more powerful than the wah wah they play after he says, "It's a living." I'm sorry. There's people that are afraid of this.
Yeah.
When I get more afraid of a Pee-wee episode with Terry, I'm sorry, something's not working.
What? What do you mean? That's scary fucking. If I see this motherfucker IRL, of course I'm gonna be scared. Look at it. It looks like a fucking alien. Who wouldn't be scared realistically?
Than the wah wah they play after he says, "It's a living."
Look at this shit. How would regular people be scared of pterodactyls? I'm confused with the argument here.
I'm sorry. There's people that are afraid of this. When I get more afraid of a Pee-wee episode with Terry, I'm sorry,
it's fucking 4 feet tall, bro. Yeah, and I'm sorry, if I look at something that looks like a fucking Eldritch abomination, I don't care how big it is. People are scared of spiders, bro. What is your argument about it being 4 feet tall? People are scared of Imagine if a spider was 4 feet tall. You'd be scared shitless. I don't get that argument.
Not working.
God didn't do that, you did it.
Don't do that. They're even funnier close up. They look like a monster.
Oh god, that is fucking ugly and creepy. I don't care. I don't care what he's saying. That looks fucking horrifying. Dicks in the shop. Yes, I'm not saying it can't be handled, but the fact that he's saying that it doesn't look scary, that it finds the other episode thing, and this guy here, the fact that he finds it like as scary as scary as this guy here, it doesn't really care. Wrong one. With that, like, come on now, you can't compare that to this. Like, bro, that's two different. Like, as far as I'm aware, these are supposed to be like Eldritch abomination looking things, and I think they nailed the very creepiness of it very well. Though some people are afraid of mice. Yeah, like, I'm not saying I won't smush this, you know, like stomp it in. I'm just saying it looks creepy.
Monsters University candle melted over a Rango toy. I mean, ooh, I'm so horrified by the terror I'm seeing right now. Can you make a plushie out of him? I totally snuggle up with that. Yeah, shake that camera. This is real life, goddammit. Embrace the adorable cuddliness that I think a Power Rangers movie fought once. Guys, this is really silly. They fight the creatures back, and like I said, Babysitter Girl, yeah, why even learn her name at this point, is taken out.
Did we get him? Did we get them all?
What are you, yogurt clearing his throat?
Did we get them all?
And our legs were still there. They discover one of the military men all messed up from being attacked by the monsters.
Hey, hold it up, partner.
Ollie's got that gun, right? Right?
Oh, no way.
Just give me the gun.
Again, they treat it like we're losing a crucial character, but I can't even remember if this guy was introduced or not. I'll give something like Langoliers this. The characters were cartoons, but they were memorable cartoons. I still recall their personalities and backstories.
I guess. For movie-wise, yeah, I guess. There's not very much character depths and everything. When I watched it, though, I watched it less like I don't know. I just felt like it was more grounded, real, as in, like, I'm not going to get to know everybody about in a place like this, right? It's not going to be that way. It's just people are dying, dire situation. You're not going to get to know everybody. The people that, you know, watching somebody suffer and that's their death. You know, like, it's just like, it felt grounded for the fact that we knew less about the characters for me. Ow, why? What did I do? It's into reptiles and insects, though. Okay, alright.
Years later, I am literally still
You know what? Yeah, I am. I love dinosaurs. You know, I love insects. I like arachnids. I like crocodiles. You know, reptilians. I love animals, which is why I also enjoy this because I like good designs. They're really creepy and very cool.
This movie, and I can barely remember anyone.
Want another reason to get the hell out of here? Mrs. Carmody. I'd like to leave before people start drinking the Kool-Aid.
They do put together the religious nut is going to start forming a resistance.
Yeah.
In most stories about tribalism and survival, the characters always pick up on this way too late, so I like they do logically figure it out early. This, among many reasons, leads them to wanting to venture to the drugstore across the street to see if they can find other people and supplies.
Bring you back some comic books.
I don't want them. I want JC here.
Unless they have X-Men. You can die for X-Men.
Okay, all right. That's needlessly
Make
picky.
their way to the drugstore and find a whole bunch of people cocooned up. Not
Talking
enough like
about
Alien, well, don't worry, they
spiders.
impregnate them too, and their bodies burst open with spiders.
Talking about spiders.
I mean, ooh, this is so scary. I'm sorry, this is hilarious. Does that thing have human teeth? Like one of those shark memes? These poor actors are giving their all to fight effects they have no idea are gonna look like the Joker fish.
I'm sorry, that's fucking creepy.
Again.
Maybe just, oh, you're talking about him. Oh, okay. Friends. I don't know. I call these guys friends. These are creepy.
So see why they shot it like this, because God, it just feels so real. Like I'm really there
It's a
laughing at these effects.
2007 movie, bro. Come on.
Oh yeah, I believe that's King's Pharmacy because that's what he saw when he was on drugs half the time. Has the film mentioned yet this character's bad and wrong? I don't know. I think we're too subtle with it, so we're just gonna repeat it 20 more times.
The earth is scourged with whips and scorpions. We have seen the earth vomit forth from her lips.
Why is she
obscenities
still
and
talking?
profanities.
Want this to feel even more realistic, like, wow, you're really there? Let's over-explain parallel dimensions. We're in King's comfort zone, all right?
I thought that there were other dimensions all around us. I wanted to try and make a window. We must have ripped a hole open by accident. This other world came spilling through to ours.
Not
you know,
my
how did a series
boy.
with a kid obsessing over waffles make this feel more legit? Seriously, this film would have been 10
Why?
times scarier
I'm
if we
liking this.
never saw what was in the mist and it was never explained. You just made it a story about surviving and tribalism. And before anyone else brings it up, yes, this does remind me a lot of Extremis during the pandemic. But
Yeah.
we saw how that happened. People got into their echo chambers, algorithms, the internet exploited lies for hits. Even cable news has heavy leans in order to get views. There's tragically, but obviously a logical progression. And that's not here. I don't know why these people do the...
Some people don't need that. I've seen a couple. Some people don't need that. They just need a reason, and they just need a tragedy, and they will start spewing shit. I've been honest.
Things they do, like not walking into a room or carrying something into a room or saying you saw something move or not explaining the threat you're up against.
Yeah, I would
These
say
classic stories seem relevant because you could...
I see the writing for that type of stuff is absolutely not great, right? I'm not gonna defend any of that. I'm just defending some things like the religious nut and how they act. I've seen it happen. That's not new, right? Just the designs, I think they're cool, and the CGI 2007, what did it have, like a $20 million budget compared to like other movies that had really good effects but had like $200 million budgets at the time. I think like Transformers, right? So like it's not gonna be, I'm not gonna really complain about it too much.
Almost see yourself doing the same. If you made any of the dumb choices these people did, you deserve the Ice Age dinosaur eating you up.
Punish for going against the will of God.
Splitting his atoms, or stem cells, and abortion!
Yeah, I didn't vote for Trump. Can we skip this now? The military dude is tossed out to the monster, and our heroes, I guess we're rooting for simply because they're sane, try to leave without crazy lady's permission.
People who refuse to bend to the will of God. They mock our humility.
Oh my God, I'm just fast forwarding to where she gets killed.
Why?
I'm not even rewinding it, because I know that's what you want. Like, ooh, that felt so good. But
Yeah.
no, there was no satisfaction in that.
It was super
You want
satisfying.
me to have the same
That was like the most satisfying part of the movie. What are you talking about? I loved it. I got up and I was like, yes, we took her out. Now let's get out of here. You know, like that was my point of view. Like, what do you mean? There was ultimate satisfaction.
reactions I had to the religious nuts in Midnight Mass and Edward Scissorhands. But you're not gonna get it, because one took a lot of time to give great insight and background into a character's cunningness. The other gave a brief but effective look at a side character's kookiness. Both served their story for what was needed, and it felt so good to see them get their comeuppance. This character was written like a bad impression of someone the writer didn't like that went on forever.
Blow.
They try to outrun the Zelda spiders, and most of them get in the car. And you know this is the early 2000s when they give you one of the lamest cliches of the time. You guessed it, the one-woman wailing soundtrack. Order today.
Hey, I thought it was dramatic and great.
I will admit I was surprised to find the wife didn't make it. She was only in the film's intro, so I really thought they were building up a reunion and was a little bummed when they found her dead. It is one of the few legit emotions I get out of this.
I told her I'd fix it. Front window broken open.
Wake Billy up, he should see this.
I don't know. I feel like music was great for just setting the setting of how drastic and how helpless they were all in that moment, you know? How little chance they really had to make it, you know? And then the ending was amazing.
Drive off searching for an ending, and after the Cloverfield monster passes them over, they run out of gas. Well, I'm bored. Want to kill each other? They come to the conclusion to axe each other off pretty fast. In fact, they don't even say anything. They just look at each other like, yeah, I know King's endings always suck. I want...
What do you mean? They literally just saw an abomination beyond their comprehension go over, and I don't think most people would want to live in a world where that is left, you know? Like, that bad. It seems fun to watch, but I usually just watch whatever, ignore reviews, and I'll take I either like it or I don't. I know. I just like it here, like that you see this abomination that shouldn't, the biggest thing they've ever seen in their life. It shouldn't exist, walking normally. And do you think everything you've seen, everyone you've just seen around you is dead? Everything around you has been destroyed, and it looks like everything has been taken over. I could logically see how some people would just say, I'm out.
On out.
Are we there yet? Is that a no?
Okay,
but
that's fucking
more
funny.
bullets. Still plenty of annoying zooms, though. The guy who made Shawshank, everybody.
What? I thought this was perfect. The man didn't have a bullet enough for himself, so he decided to go let himself get taken out by the elements. And you were gonna see what happened
Gets
next.
out waiting for the creatures to eat him. Come on! Come on! But it wasn't a monster they heard in the distance. It was actually...
Don't make fun of it. This is such
a day ever.
This is like such a heavy
I love
moment.
the look on his face, like you're expecting something similar to the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
Okay, all right. I don't like that. I don't like this. I didn't like that. Me personally, I didn't like that. I'm not gonna. I don't like he's making fun of it. I didn't.
I love too how just everybody ignores him. They're supposed to find people and get them to safety, and here's a guy screaming outside a car with dead people, and they're like, ah, he looks good. See if Bizarro Carol actually likes being a good mother in this universe. Now, I will admit, I did know the ending going into this, and I'm not gonna lie, that's one of the few things that made me want to see it. Because I love bummer endings in horror films. Evil Dead, Drag Me to Hell, Pet Sematary, The Descent, even Night of the Living Dead, which they're also clearly taking a lot from. I just love how almost humorously bleak they are. There's just a relentless meanness to them that's swimming in comic irony. But here's the thing. This isn't done like it's ironic. It's done like it's important.
Yeah, I loved it.
Singer is still going. There's a ton of slow-mo. There's a grand sweeping
Look at the
shot.
size of that spider in the background, though. Look at the size of these spiders. Damn, bro.
You end Platoon, not a movie where you fight off we're back pterodactyls. Plus, again, I just don't give a shit about these people. I barely remember anything about them except a good chunk of the time they did really stupid things. Which in a cheesy horror film, that's excusable. But in a commentary movie, it really isn't.
I didn't
Look,
see it as a
I know
commentary
this
movie.
film has a lot of fans, and I don't know, maybe if I didn't see all these other stories it took from, I would be a fan too, but I have seen them, and I can't help but constantly think back to how much better they achieved similar goals. Frank Darabont does know horror, and to his credit, I think what this movie was trying to be, he did eventually achieve with The Walking Dead. That show does have the gritty realism and tragedy that borrows from other sources, but
It had it for like
utilizes
5
them in a more
seasons.
provocative way, with memorable characters. With this, I know you're gonna think I'm crazy, but I'd much rather have someone like M. Night Shyamalan direct it. I know it sounds insane, but look, you have roughly a 50-50 chance it's gonna be good. Either way, I'm gonna remember the weirdos he writes and directs, and whether it be good or bad, it will leave an impression. I'd much rather have that than something that does a lot of the same, but thinks it's doing something revolutionary and groundbreaking. Like I said, I know a lot of people like it, and if you do, awesome. For my money, I don't need to search deep to find that this mist just ain't for me.
No, no.
Well, the intensity was just too much for them, so I killed them all.
Did they ask you to do that?
No, but I just got that vibe, you know, from looking at them. Do you want to die?
No, I'm good. But that's weird. We never figured out what the monster was.
Was it like, what was it?
It's Purplesaurus Rex.
Okay. Alright.
Quick, get a shaky cam so we can film the realism. Don't worry, Mr. McCritic, I'm on it.
Yes, so shaky, so zoomy. Everyone will swear they're in the same room as this terrifying abomination.
I mean, I've had worse flavors.
So have
I've had worse flavors. He just ate them.
Yeah, okay. Jim, can you,
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Okay.
I think we're done here.
All right. Hey, wait. Why weren't you affected by the commentary?
Oh, well, because I did commentary on the movie.
But I thought it was supposed to be a pretentious commentary.
Well, that's ridiculous. I've never been pretentious. At all.
Wow. Lol. They
Did we get them? Did we get them all?
We're still doing cameos for charity, and this month we're doing Wings for Life. Wings for Life is a not-for-profit.
Okay, that was an ad. Boo womp, womp womp. They could have waited a couple more minutes. I think that's part of the tragedy that I like about it, right? If they simply have waited, if they simply wouldn't have gone out or wouldn't waited another minute, it would have been fine. And I think that's the tragedy I love about the ending. They were so close, but none of them knew it until it was way too late. I think people just search away too much for random details to hate on, and then suddenly think there's some type of art connoisseur by saying story writing structured buzzwords. I don't know. I'm not gonna fight this. Right? People can have their opinions. I don't have to agree with them. You know, he could hate it. It's not gonna change my It's not gonna change my life. You know, it's not gonna really affect me. Besides just reacting to it. But yeah, it's whatevs. You know, people like it. People don't. Whatever. You know. I mean, he has his content. People like it. I like his creative commercial ones, you know? It's not gonna make me hate it. Just because I disagree with him in some things doesn't mean I'm gonna hate the guy, you know? I still like his other stuff. So, yeah, that's been my reaction. The Walking Dead fell off, man. It did. Okay. Okay, a lot of people say it was after the baseball bat scene. Me, personally, it's after they killed that guy. What's his name? I forgot what his name was. It's been a while since I watched it. What's his name? I forgot his name, but I love the actor, right? It's not Nelson. Neeson? Is it Neeson? I don't remember. What's that actor's name? Goddamn, I can't remember. Now I'm thinking about it, right? Neeson. It might be Neeson. Either way, after they killed him, I know he's alive later, but after they killed him and then it went off after that to other stories, I kind of lost interest. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, I do know he's alive. Okay, all right. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. As always, the original video is gonna be down in the description down below. And I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye YouTube. Bye bye my lost souls.
Wow.